these screens, and we are talking about a fellow by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. And some things else. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. Now, like I said, this guy started off by giving away screen paint for free. That's how it all started with him. That's how we met him, or met us, because he came into our forum site, our YouTube channel, trying to acquire on getting our products for free. There we go. There's the video right there. Anyone can find it. So what is he so angry about? Well, we sent him back his own product. This is a product that, again, anyone could have made for free. He claims that his product is something special, something different, better than any other product on the market. He calls this product the best of the best of Pro screen paint products. And he went into basically this little campaign of making false accusations that his product was something special, when technically it wasn't. It was just basically just house paint. That's all it was. That's why there was no testing of any kind next to the products. And the testing we've seen with the Frankenstein mix was mediocre testing. It was nothing really there. The screen was washed out. It was barely producing colors of red and blue and green. It just wasn't doing so well. So he did a lot of lying and using a lot of high-end projectors to make his product seem like something that they completely weren't. So he's already committed. We have multiple charges against him. There's charges against his own LLC. There's perjuries against that. He lied on the LLC. And still there's documents missing off of that he hasn't been able to obtain, because that's still missing. I'm pretty sure they're hounding him on that. His website took his website down. He called himself moving on to bigger and better things, but I'll show you what bigger and better things have turned out for him. Other than that, copyright infringements and the terroristic threats we received from him, doxing addresses on his own website. He abused his website to the point where basically he just abused a bit like some of it. YouTube channel he abuses. He says everything he touches, I'd say anything he touches. I don't know if he does outside his outside life, but I do know for a fact that what we've got on him already, it's pretty bad. So this right here is the Metallica Mix 2.0. This is a product that we made. We made the exact same product in the video. I have a live video demonstration. That's not us. That's in the video if I'm bugging me. But anyway, a live video demonstration showing how we made it. We made another version of it that actually has mic in it. Silver mica, which is from a Metallica material, which he should have had in that product, which he never did. Which means he was trying to sell this product as being a Metallica mixture, and it had no Metallica in it, and no silver in it. So I don't even know how that even works. So bottom line is we made the real version of it. We sent him one with the real version. Let's see, it was 2 tablespoons of, or 3 tablespoons, I mean 3 upgrade, 3 tablespoons of teaspoons of black paint into 1 teaspoon of mica. And the other one was made exactly like the video right here. Now, this was shipped to his address, his company's address, because he says he's out of business. He's not out of business. His LLC is still standing. The reason why, it's investigation. He's missing some very serious tax documents. That's actually what's missing. There's a tax document attached to that he has to have. And basically, you have to be to report earnings, and you have to show exactly, because I had to read up on this thing, on what this thing was. If I do business in California, we need to know what that document is needed that he's missing. So I talked to a couple friends over there, and that's what they are. So that's why he basically pulled the site down, and basically because I don't know why he relied on the LLC. I don't know why, but he lied on it. Maybe it's because they're going to ask for or they're going to ask for a lot of documents he doesn't even have. Because again, they ask for social security numbers. They asked from us for the EIN. We had to give up a social security number, state ID, birth rights. We live at birth records for an EIN number. A tax identification ID number, which you have to have in order to run a company, and that coherence with your DBA and your licensing and permits, all that combines together into one. So yeah, he only did partially of this, just enough to have an LLC. I don't know what the freak he was thinking at the end of the day. That was the dumbest thing you could possibly do. But he violated a very serious piece of document that he has to have. And they're going to hound this guy every single day until they get it. They're going to get to a point We're going to get tired of this, and they're going to send him letters, very serious letters saying, look, we may have to bring you in before a panel if you don't have this information for us. And it gets worse than that. Trust me. So you might want to make sure you have that information. You know, that's why when you were joking and laughing about me being in a laundry room, I was there getting all my documents done. That's why I'm legit. All my stuff is legit. Now, the name he's using, which I mean, it's as sad as it gets. If I'm supposed to be this scammer, if I'm supposed to be this ripoff person, this is a guy who is advertising, we're all these things, why the fuck would you be using our name? That's like if somebody came up with Hitler's screen paint. If someone used the name Hitler screen paint, why in the world, if I'm sitting there talking about, oh, this is a really bad name, this is a product I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, it's tainted, it's cursed, and then turn around and use the same name on my YouTube channel. Trying to be that person. There you go. That's about as backwards get. Jamie is an emotional person. He wears his emotions on his sleeve all the time. He never thinks. He's like a bull in the china shop. He doesn't think. Might just say a blindfolded bull in the china shop. He just goes in full force, wrecking everything, trying to figure he's doing damage. And in the end, he only does damage to himself. He doesn't even touch anyone else. He just damages himself. So he's angry and upset because we sent him back his own paint. That's what he's upset about. It's your product. It's exactly your product. What in the world are you angry about? He's mad because he's outed. He's embarrassed. He's been put out there so everybody can see him for what he is. He's been through this before. We've got videos of him matching house paint. We got videos disappearing off the account in the middle of live streams. We have him matching Google images. We stole images off of Google to try to fool people that this is how his paint really looks. We've got all kinds of stuff on him. So as you can see, every time we expose him, he just gets angry and he goes out and attacks, figuring that he's doing damage. You're not doing anything at all, period. You're outing yourself. You're telling on yourself. So already we've had to file, and the day we file with the Federal Trade Commission on the use of our business license name from Fernando has used our license. You can see the name up there matches, I showed you, matches our license we have here. I didn't have a license that long. And basically, my stuff is registered over at City Hall, Fernando. Right over there. That's where my registration sits. So I'm going to take a walk over there today and just show them your YouTube channel and your information where you live at and say, hey, look, I got a problem here. I got somebody over here duplicating my company's name and using it without my permission. I've already been to the police. I've already filed over there. And the next thing's going to go to the Federal Trade Commission. And then I'm going to get everything documented. We have all our paperwork. We're going to contact the police district in your local area and have them come down and get an arrest for you. Because you can't do that kind of stuff. This compiles all this stuff we have on record against you, against the terroristic threats, the stalking, the doxing, the sexual harassment lawsuit we have against him, and also through criminal charges on that. I had several pictures he took on my butt. It's weird. He's a weird dude. The weird puppet people, which is also too really weird, dressing me up like Wendy's and with pigtails and stuff. That's some creepy stuff, man. That's really creepy. All right. Just that stuff alone, and then all the other stuff we have on with the copyrights, the process server, just to show that we've had a lot of problems with the Department E, and we need to have an officer out there to address this issue. So we're going to get that taken care of right away. But other than that, this nonsense right here, unbelievable. So Rise and Fall, he was doing pretty good at one point with the whole screen paint nonsense, but he was found out later on he was ripping off other people. There were a lot more YouTubers that made screen paint, a lot of them that made screen paint. And these were really nice people. And Jamie went and deceived him. He went and made friends with these people and got their secret to their ingredients and took it from them. Because he wanted to do something, give out free paints for everybody. And lashed out at our company because we're scammers at the end of the day because we wouldn't give us the ingredients to our product to him. That's why you see him at Home Depot with one of our containers of paint trying to make our product. See, Fernando, we can lock you in on every level whatsoever. Got you on recording trying to make our product. And keep in mind, on that side of that container, it's a copyright that you violated. So guess what? Jail time for that one too. Got you in Home Depot, asking for ingredients on how to make our stuff. And keep in mind, I forgot to tell you that that particular product had a patent sitting on top of it too. We never showed the patent, but there's documents showing that we did a file for a patent pending for that particular product right there. And the copyrights on it are actually real. So you violated a patent and a copyright at the same time. This is the reason why I told you from the door they call him Mexican Trump. This is why I got the nickname for it. Because he's the worst thing that the Mexican people need right now. The worst thing that they need. He don't care about anybody else. I must call him Trump. He is Trump. Trump cares about nobody but himself. Jamie cares about no one but himself. Mind you, he's undocumented. And the stuff he's doing not only puts him at risk, it puts his wife at risk, it puts any one of his family members that could be at risk. He puts a lot of people at risk. The people who are in that building, he puts them at risk. The people at the job, he puts them at risk. He throws anybody under the bus just to save his own neck. And keep in mind, for those people at the end of the day that went in with him, he's going to throw you under the bus too. Because he don't care about you either. Mr. Partey, oh, you're definitely going under the bus. We got enough on him anyway. Williams, all you guys, yeah, you're all going under the buses. Because again, Jamie only cares about Jamie. And if he doesn't care about his own wife and his own family members at the end of the day, what makes you think he cares about you? Or even his customers? Now, mind you, biggest concern you guys have at the end of the day, whoever purchased anything from him, he's got your information, he's got your address. We couldn't care less about him having our address at the end of the day. We sent him over our address where we're at. So that doesn't bother me. But what's going to bother you at the end of the day is he does have your address. And from our point of view, if he uses anything involving our address, we got so much stuff on him, we can get him locked up right away. We got documents on him. You don't have documents on him. Which means that you're going to have to file after he does the damage to you. God knows what he's going to do with your information. You know how PayPal works? We all got accounts. You know how they work at the end of the day. So that's what you're going to have to worry about with him. And he can sit there and say, oh, but that's just, no, you did it to us. And if you did it to us, you do it to anybody. So that doesn't work that way in court. You can't go to court and say, well, I just did it to him, but I wouldn't do it to anybody else. No, the fact that you did it is what got you in trouble. And the fact that the reason why they will say you would do it to somebody else because you made the attempt. That's like saying, okay, I'm going to rob a bank. All right? So you go and you actually rob the bank. I rob these banks, but I don't rob federal banks. It doesn't make a difference. The fact that you went out and did it and robbed the bank means basically they'll say, well, you may rob that bank too. They're not going to put it past you. That's why. Because you did the first initial. And that's what you did. So, again, scratch that one. Anyway, so yeah. If he had stuck to making a real product back then, instead of ripping off all those people, he probably would have come out making a... He probably would have done pretty well for himself. But look at the spiral downfall. It just keeps going farther and farther and farther and farther. Look at all the new technology we're engineering. I just posted a whole bunch of stuff we're talking about, stuff we're working on. Compared to what he's doing on his channel right now. His channel is nothing but complaining about me. That's it. He's like, you ever fight with them? You know, people play space games. I play a lot of space games, old-fashioned shooters. You get to that final boss. And that final boss, when you're tearing at him, his damage, and he just goes into this complete berserk mode. He's just firing missiles and rockets all over the place, just trying to eliminate you. That's what he's doing right now. He's imploding. So what you see right here. So like I said, this is the reason why he went in and changed his name from Crow. First when it was Crow underscore 3D, and then he tried to throw people off track by making it to Crow underscore 3D underscore, and then he changed it back over to our name the minute that paint got there, because he had to refuse it and send it back. We posted the tracking number for everyone so they can get access to it, and you can see it's refused. So he refused his own product. That says a lot about a person who's been on camera for many years, stealing from customers, stealing from churches, robbing about anybody can get his hands on, making claims that he backs his product up 100%, but you could not do a demonstration live on YouTube for everyone to see of that mixture against your own products. We did it already. We know it's going to match. He refused his own order, his own product, had it sent back. It's coming back here. Now, how much confidence would you have in a person like that on their products? None. Not at all. For those of you, the people who did learn are the ones that watched him match the Bear Silver screen. Watched them match The Network Grade 773 watching him remove the videos in the middle of a live stream, curse us out, carry on, rant. Why would you be upset about that? You made the video. It was up there for like 4 months. Then the minute we showed it for what it really was, then all of a sudden, he's ranting and carrying on and acting up. Came back out and redid the video. Well, not redid the video. We changed the name of the video and said it had a yellowish tone. Same thing with the Frankenstein mix. At 1:46 in the video, he says it's a ambient rejection product. We have the full video uploaded where he says it's an ambient rejection product. Keep in mind, making claim to a product that doesn't belong to him, Frankenstein is not yours. You have to pay money in order to use that name, which you stole who knows how much out of them for royalties. So that shows you right there, another criminal person exposed to us being a criminal. But anyway, said multiple times. And then on his site said it's not ambient rejection. It's ambient rejection when Crow wants it to be ambient rejection. It's not when it's not. If you want to return, if you want to basically complain, then I never said it was ambient rejection. I've never said that any of my video demonstrations. Literally have them on a recording making that statement. So how is it on a container we have of Frankenstein where it says not ambient rejection, but yet in a video he clearly says it is ambient rejection? How does that work? So yeah, this guy has been in a downward spiral ever since then. He's been crashing and burning. The bottom for Jamie at the end of the day is that he will spend the rest of his life in lockup. That's where he's going. He'll be sued, he'll be fined from different agencies for thousands of dollars, hundreds and thousands of dollars for fines and penalties, and sued by us. He's being sued by other people. Talk about a rat trapped in a mason jar. That's where he's going. Can't get out, nowhere to go, he's stuck. He put himself in that situation. He thought he could get over on people. You know what happens when you spend your life trying to get over on people? It catches up to you. Everybody pays. No one gets off this earth without paying. Now, if Fernando doesn't get himself together with God at the end of the day and straighten this mess out that he's gotten himself into, he may very well pass off this earth and not be saved. And on top of that, you know where he's going? He's going for eternal damnation in hell forever. And there's no way to get out of that one at all. Virtually impossible. As you can see, wrote my name up there, screaming and yelling, as usual. This is what he usually, his activity on this site. This is all it's been. Moving on to bigger and better things, as he claims. He has moved on to nothing. Nothing but basically stalking everything that we're doing and crying. That's all he's been doing. Now, after this demonstration's up, I'm going to do me a couple of demonstrations, and then I got to be walking around Allentown with a 50 lumen projector outside doing demonstrations. That's where we're going. Our stuff, we have our licenses, new LLCs coming in for our company. We got the new DBA, which is already set up already. I've got a grant for my company, which I'm in the process of basically getting a much bigger warehouse facility. I'm bringing workers on board. We got backing from City Hall. One of the head financial advisors was over here looking at our technology. We got a screen to operate outside at 300 lumens and 50 lumens and direct sunlight. I think we're doing quite well, especially to have now one of the most highest performance screens now soon to be on the market. We got an advertisement crew coming in for free to advertise our technology through radio and anything else that we need to get our technology out there. And Allentown is very interested in having our technology incorporated down here. And then there's this guy who claims that we're crying and that we're hurting and our business is not doing well. I'm the one sitting in an office right now doing work, and you're the one up at late at night on a stream crying about my failed business. I don't know how that even works. How's my business supposed to be failed? I don't know. You tell me, people. We're supposed to be having a failed business. That's what it's supposed to be. Okay. Let's go over to his website real quick. Well, first we have to go over to his, it doesn't pull. We have to go straight to Facebook. That's what we're going over now. Yep. Now we'll come up to this. Oops, page is back up. That's his page right there. It comes up automatically because we have it locked in. That's why it comes in automatically. McAfee, if you activate your page, this is a bad time to do it. Yeah, that's his page. It always comes there because that's the last page we're on. So it comes by memory. Let's go over here because we don't need to be on here. As you see, when it comes up, it has a lock on it and all that stuff that comes up. That's his page before you delete it. So last place you've been at on your page is the first last thing that will come up. Yeah, that's how we found him. He bumped and came over here to our page on our site and started harassing and carrying on our page and left his page open and his page got duplicated. But there he is. Since he opened his page up again, well, there you go. All right, let me see. Let me turn this away because I don't like to give anybody's business out there. But hey, like I said, it comes up. And you'll see when we come back in again, it'll be locked again. And you'll see the lock come up 1989 or whatever nonsense. But yeah, he got busted for coming out and doing some nonsense. Oh, McAfee, just to let you know, we're going to be in contact with you really soon. We're getting finished with him, settled with him. Williams is being taken care of as we speak. We sent some information up to there. You're next. So we're going to be contacting you really soon. I got a private investigator. He shouldn't be able to find you. Flushington, Ohio, where he's at, population 800. He said he'll have you in a day. So in a day's time, he'll have a folder to us where you work at and the whole 9 yards. We need school records, whole 9 yards, everything on you. And he'll have it sent over here. Remember, you went out and used the United States Postal Service. You were stalking us on Google. Used a bar address to commit crimes. Remember that? And remember making the fake receipts and all that stuff. So we're going to prosecute you on that. So it's going to be pretty hefty. So whatever it is. Like I said, people, here's the thing about it. People feel that we don't have that right. Why don't we have that right? So if I come over to your house right now with a sledgehammer, I put it through your windshield. I take your door down and I smash up everything in your house. Take your dog. Do you have a right to call the police on me? Do I have a right to be prosecuted and thrown in jail? Now, if you're saying yes, then guess what? I have a right for anyone who basically comes against my company, makes a fake receipt, continues to do a fake unboxing, go in and spread fake rumors about our products coming up too dark when there's black paint in the product. He never ordered anything from us. So we have that right to protect our company. Those people who feel we don't have that right, then you're not with me, you're against me. So do me a favor, unsubscribe off my channel, and bye-bye. That's what you do. Because I had people come in and saying, oh, you don't have that right. I don't have my right. What, because I'm African-American? Is that it? Or are we pulling a race card at the end of the day? Don't do that at the end of the day. You don't want that kind of heat. I got a right to prosecute any color you are at the end of the day. You come to my site and you do something stupid against my company, you're going to find yourself in jail. This man's going to get hit with a $1 million lawsuit. This lawsuit's hefty because it shows he committed some very serious identity theft fraud. He is going to jail. And the sad thing about it is those little ones won't be seeing him for a very long time. And mind you, we gave him an option out. I literally have YouTube videos which will show the judge where we explained to him to disappear. And he didn't disappear. He came back. So now, it's got to go through the process now. And I did warn him ahead of time. Did we not? We did. All right, I don't want to waste a lot of time. I got things to do today. Let me see. We did give him a way out. If you don't take it, how is that my fault? Take it. Give me the opportunity. Try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. See right here? This is where Jamie's products are broadcasted, right here. They're on different form sites. This is some of the other videos where his stuff was matching white paints, actually white levels. There is all this stuff, it's everywhere. So it's not just YouTube. We got this stuff broadcasted everywhere. This is the Bear silver screen. This is his own video where he matched that. There's more videos right there. This is his actual video of him talking in the video. Tone has a yellowish tone and all of it, and he did everything in the dark. Yeah, usual stuff we follow through with Jamie. Here's our stuff. Alright, let's just have a quick. Got mad because he denied his own paint. That's supposed to be my fault the other day. How would that be my fault? Jamie's the type of person that will run through a red light, hit someone's car, and then blame other people for hitting the car. Literally will do that. Oh, it's your fault because you were crossing the street and I was on my cell phone, so it's your fault. He's that type of person. For newbies. Well, he might have pulled the page. Who knows? Let's see if I can find it. Am I interested in finding it? No, not really. At this particular point, how sad Jamie has gotten. It's horrendous. It's just crazy how sad this guy's gotten. There we go. Found you. So, he says we're crying about our failed businesses. Okay. Let's click over here. This is his Facebook page. Nothing really going on in here. Let's go over here to his, this is his not email address, but his website, which he still has posted as if it's still there. Drive-in movie theater. I don't even know why he would have that there, because you're not driving movie theater. You don't deal with any of that technology to begin with. That's a whole different category. Let's go over to his site. As I told you, not there. You know why his site's not there? He pulled it. He pulled the website. He's moving on to bigger and better things. And that's what you just watched on his channel. That's moving on to bigger and better things. Crying about us. That doesn't sound like someone who's doing too well. I have it. Let me see. Now, for those people saying, but how many videos I just launched a few minutes showing how outstanding our technology is? I can come out here and do this, and then go outside and do something on a 50 lumen projector outside at 9 o'clock that nobody else can do. That's the difference between me and the other people. Other people, see my channel, how it's designed? So the progress we have on our screens outside, screens in conference rooms, all that stuff, that's what we do. I don't spend all day crying and whining about something. Anything I come on camera, I back it up. Everything I back up on camera can be held against you in court. That's the difference between me at the end of the day. I show documents, court documents, papers, process, all that stuff at the end of the day. Everything I back up 100%. But my page just shows nothing but our technology flowing. And he's inside crying in that apartment. He's scared to leave. You know why? Because he never knows who's going to walk up on him in that apartment. It could be a process server. It could be an officer of the law. It could be anyone to pop up. Mind you, the building itself, the one with the LLC attached to it, I'm pretty sure he's got those notices telling him that someone's going to pop up sooner or later at that building to serve him for court. And that's another problem by itself on its own. That's a huge, massive Pandora box. Number one, again, his landlord, I guarantee you 100%, gave him an opportunity to be in that apartment. Found out he didn't have papers, and gave him that opportunity. He just threw that man under a bus. He threw him clean under a bus. He put his LLC on his building and didn't even follow through on the paperwork, leaving it to be a delinquent file. Where do you think they're going to go to when they go digging around? They're going to dig around at that guy's building. Because his LLC sitting up there. They're going to send a notice to him saying, hey, look, we got a person of interest. Their LLC is delinquent. We need that document paperwork. It sits on top of your LLC. Do you know anything about this? Yeah, he's going to be questioned on that. And who he's going to come to? He's going to come straight to Jamie. I told you when you came here not to cause any ruffles. And you put an LLC on top of my building. I need you to remove it. You can't remove it. Because of the whole perjury nonsense. Can't remove it. So, let's go over here and get this real quick. Let me see. Should be in shorts. Now see how my page starts off? Yeah, all our progress. This is what we do. This is what we do. Jamie's gotten to the point now, it's just sad. This is what he is. It's just sad. That's what it is. He's reaching for nothing. He's got there's nothing there for him at all, period. It's sad. He won't accept Jesus Christ. Oh, he won't accept Jesus at all, period. He's too angry. He's too bitter at the end of the day. He's full of rage and anger. The devil's going to lead him down a spiral path. He's going to kill him. He's going to self-destruct. That's where he's going. He doesn't get it together. That's what's going to happen. Like a plane, watching a plane just spiral out of control. When a plane starts to go straight down, the minute it starts to spin, they call it a death roll. This is a very hard position to get out of, to level your plane off. Once you go into that spin, a tailspin, that's where he's heading at. So let me see what this tracking number is at. We gotta go through our videos. We do a lot of videos on a lot of stuff. So when you see stuff like this on our accounts, where you're seeing a lot of videos of us advertising technology, yeah. Once in a while, you'll pop up and you'll see some nonsense. Will pop up about this guy. The screen's washing out and not working. Let's see, that was shorts. Oh, there's a tracking number right there. That's right there. Let's see. Can we put in the whatchamacallit? No, we put it in the description. It's in the description. Yep, keep it up in there. Pause that. It's in that description. Tracking number should be. Why didn't I put the tracking number in the description? We got to go back and put that in there. Let me get it from here. I got to put it in the description. Makes it easy for me to get my hands on it. All right, let's go over to, let's see, United States Postal Service tracking. Okay, let me see. Okay, there it is right there. See? That's the tracking number. This is the little package we sent over to him. That's his address right there. Your team was returned to the sender on June the 3rd of 2025 at 11:13. And there's the address right, Baldwin Park, California. 91706, because it could not be delivered as addressed. So, let's see, return to sender. So he refused the item. The item came with that particular package came with a special label on it. That label is called a restriction label, which means only one person can do that. Only one person can do that. See, what'll happen is, say if he's not there, what it does is they'll basically put a tag there and they'll keep coming back. They'll make several attempts to come back. That's why it's designed that way. But that means, bottom line is, he refused it because he didn't want it, because he didn't want to do the demonstration. So it's right there. And Jamie, if you said the address was unusable, oh, see, you bought the 2.0 from us, right? And the 2.0 went to your address right there, where you picked it up and you did a review on it, right? All right, then. That means that your address is legit and it works. Can't you say something there? Again, you have no way out of this. And that's what he has. He has no way out. He has no sneaky tactics, no way to weasel himself out of the situation. The only thing now, he's imploding. He's just casting out, screaming, yelling, ranting. That's what he's doing. That's what you're seeing going on in his channel right now. And copying my company's name doesn't hurt me, it hurts you. Again, like I said, blindfolded bull in a china shop. I think he's doing a lot of damage. You know, you're doing damage to yourself. It's licensed. You can't do that, which means now we have enough evidence against you to have an officer come to your front door now. We can show that you are basically doing all kinds of unlawful acts in apartment E, which now we can reach out to your landlord and contact him and show him the photo that we have of the activity we received from you in apartment E. Now, I'm going to show you something here before we go into people saying, well, you can't say his apartment because that's... No, I'll show you why we can say it and why we can ship it there. Let's go over to LLC. I think it's LLC. Right, California search. Very easy to find. Come right here to the top. Right here. Right there. California Secretary of State. Right there. You click on this. This will take you to this page of search at the bottom. The magic word is what he called his company. Crow. Cinemax. Mix. LLC. And this will bring up this document at the bottom. Now, there's his filing number. All his information is right there. You click on this, and this will take you, showing that his account is still active. But the problem is, he's missing a very sensitive document, and that's the document that's missing. And that document's been missing since 2023. So you think at the end of the day, the government by itself is not going to contact you for a document. You know, he's been getting messages, he's been getting letters sent to his apartment. Because when I went down there and contacted that particular branch, I asked a few questions. You know, this particular document, say if I wanted to fill out this document and I didn't have it in about 6 months. They give you about a year's grace period. After a year, they start sending letters out to the house. After the letters fail and he's not replying back to them, then the other ones come in, which are more serious, tell him that he has to be addressed the time and date when he has to meet before a panel so they can discuss what's going on with his LLC. Can he get the LLC dissolved? He can't because he has files missing on it. So in order, if they contact him, and it should have been by now, because the guy told me the timeline, how long it takes for them to basically get out there and get to that stage, he's going to have to go through a government building. This is going to be a problem. So he has that to worry about. So he figured by getting rid of the website, this would basically get the heat off his back. It won't get the heat off your back. That document right there is showing up in their records as missing. A statement due date is missing. They're going to keep hounding you. You can erase everything. You can erase your YouTube channel, erase everything. It's still in their folder, in their file, that this is missing. And that means that in your document, which we've read, you said your company was around 5 months. Company was around 5 months. That'd be virtually impossible because that means all the stuff we have over here we wouldn't have. We wouldn't have any of the receipts. You wouldn't have existed, and that particular timeline. Which I was nice enough to send them over your receipts, stuff that we've ordered from you. They go to your YouTube channel, you know that, right? They look at your YouTube channel, they can see exactly your timeline and all that stuff from there. But only that, they can go through your PayPal account too also and get access to that too. They get access to anything they want to get through. So you didn't hide anything at all. Not a thing. Moving on to bigger and better things. That's what moving on to bigger and better things looks like, people, right there. Now, when I just shot this video, did I back up everything I just said? I did. I went to your channel. I showed you copying our business license name, which I showed you. I showed you why he's upset because we sent him over the paint. We showed you the paint right there, and that's the video right there showing him making the paint. That's the same way we made it. Sent it to him. We showed you the refusal of him sending back the product us. We showed him his channel of him ranting, carrying on, and screaming on his channel. And then we show you that where he's missing documents and his LLC is not in the best, it's not doing so well. Also, too, by mentioning his apartment E, it says it right there on his document. I can pull this up right here. Let me see, pull up the official document. Let me see what this official document said. There it is, right here. So you want the official document for courts, for the courts. Come over here. This is the filing document. That is the control ID number. This is the date which it was filed. Click on that. It's going to pop over there. And it's going to give us this document. This is what we take to court. This is what we take to the police. This is what we take to FBI. This is what we take to different agencies. That's this document right there. It's filing number, the 09, your state of California. Office of the Secretary of State, California Limited Liability Company, all that information right there. You already have one copy over here, so I'm good. So, no, you cannot take someone's company's name that's registered to a business license and use it for your own personal use in any way whatsoever. And if you say that, hey, look, I've got a letter missing or whatever, no, you can still get hit. Similarity lawsuits or violation, copyright violation or whatever, violation or trademark. If it shows that you basically, your name is so close to theirs, this can cause confusion between customers. This will get you in a lot of trouble. So now we have substantial evidence against Jamie. It's the last thing we needed. We needed enough to get an officer out there to his address. We will note to the officer that you are undocumented, and we did have to basically file for a control number. We have a control number on you, so they'll be given that too. So I'm pretty sure they're going to bring in ISIS for that matter, because they don't handle that. You can't get mad at anybody else but yourself. The devil told, what did the devil tell you to do, Jamie? The devil got you in all this trouble. And he's still getting you in trouble. You're still carrying on listening to him. What did he tell you to do? He told you all this dumb stuff, right? He told you go out there, make this paint, rip off all your customers, rob, lie, cheat, steal, whatever you had to do. He told you to do all that, right? And then he turned around, and when the tables are turned and this paint came back to you and you were caught multiple times doing these vicious acts against your customers, he sat there and laughed at you. He laughed at you through the whole thing. I'm pretty sure he had a bunch of his demons all laughing at you. Like, Lord, I got this dumb to do. Because that's the only way he thinks with you. You're dumb to him. That's all you are. You don't think you're smart and intelligent. You're not. You're nowhere near him. He considers you to be a complete idiot. As a matter of fact, he hates your guts. To know tomorrow, he hates your guts. The devil doesn't love you. He hates you. That's why he's trying to figure out ways how to get rid of you. Get you off the earth as fast as he possibly can so he can get you down there with him and he can really torment you. But until then, you're up here. You have an opportunity to being saved. And you seem like you want none of it. All you want to do is just carry on and act up and just do the dumb stuff that the devil tells you to do. What is the outcome of it all? What have you gained listening to Satan? You have gained nothing at all, period. This is what you have boiled down to. Just on your YouTube channel, just crying about me. Oh, well. There you go. Destroyed yourself. I'm going to explain something to you, my man. When you get in the lockup system, devil's going to come to you. Oh, yeah, he's going to finish his job. You got to finish what he started. He's going to put all kinds of dumb ideas in your head. Tell you how you can get over on inmates and do this and do that. I'm going to explain to you from the door. You better not. You better find God while you're in there. Satan's already know you're there. He already knows you're in there. He knows you're in there with him. He knows. Now he's just got to figure a way how to get the right combination to click off. Maybe get you to do something dumb to somebody else, or get some rumors started and you ripped off somebody else. Because that happens. People start a rumor about you, you're a thief or whatever, and you got problems in there with that mess. Whatever it is, he's going to come for you. He's going to collect. That is the area where he is going to come to collect what belongs to him. You had better find God. You do that nonsense that you've been doing all your life in that system over there, you won't live long. And now you can sit there and say, oh, it's not a threat, Jamie. It happens. I actually went through that for 8 years and 9 months. You will not survive in that place. And if you think at the end of the day, say, you are going there, Fernando. Look at the stuff you just did. For my license alone, that's a charge right there. You think you hit all those copyrights and nothing's going to happen to you? You're not going to go to jail? Yes, you're going to go to jail. You touch government copyrights. We have so much proof and so much evidence of our conversations back and forth. If you post on my copyright site, you can do whatever the freak you want to do. And remember that? If you didn't have enough evidence, Jamie, for court, a process server would have never been at your front door. The fact that the process server was at your front door, was able to serve you, shows that there was enough evidence to prosecute. Go to a judge, go to any lawyer right now and say, hey, look, if a process server shows up at my front door, does it mean he has enough evidence in order to basically, for court, they're going to tell you yes. That's why he's there. You don't know how the system works at the end of the day. You don't even know how the system works. If you know how the system works, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be in the dumbest stuff you're doing right now. Jamie thought he had to get out of jail free card because he was not documented. He thought that he was going to get sent right back over to Mexico and nothing was going to happen to him. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way. Because if that was the case, people would come over here and commit heinous crimes and then go back over it with no consequences whatsoever. And the people who basically suffered from these heinous crimes would get no justice. So you will be prosecuted here. Just like if I go to your country right now and I commit crimes on there, I murder and kill people, they're not going to just send me over here. And I'm going to do time over there. That's what's going to happen to me. That's how the system works. I don't know what kind of freaking fantasy land this guy lives in, but he's not connected to the rest of it. That's how it works. Anywhere you go, that's how it works. They have their own justice system over there. That's why I tell you don't go over to other countries and do dumb stuff at the end of the day, because they don't carry sometimes the same rules and regulations we have over here. But people go over and get drunk, do dumb stuff, and then cry on camera, tell them, I can't handle all this time. That's the time they have. You can have over here for shoplifting, it can be like a year. Over there, it can be 20 years for shoplifting. So if you know this, don't do dumb stuff. Because you got to abide by their rules. That's their rules. You know, that's the reason why they get mad. And sometimes they don't want American citizens over there, because then you start screaming about how you can't do time. Don't do dumb stuff in other countries at the end of the day. They have rules and regulations. You want them to come over here and respect their laws, you go over there and you respect their laws. And you want to scream, I'm an American, I'm an American, I'm an American. No, I think that's the phoniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And you being falsely accused of something, then that's a different story. But if you're over there doing dumb stuff, like some of the influencers that want to go over there and do dumb stuff in people's countries and stuff, and the minute they get arrested, I'm an American citizen, I'm American. No. If I was over here and a judge and I saw that, no, we're going to do that time. Because that makes us look bad. Nope. Somewhere along the line, you wronged somebody, and they deserve to have their due justice. Just like when Jamie, you came over here, you wronged us, and I don't know, probably other people too in the same process too. Who knows what you've done when you came over here? But now it's time to pay up. So this is your legacy. This is your life. This is what you've done to yourself. This is your downfall. You came over here and you had what we call opportunity. Did you take this opportunity? No, at all. Period. You did dumb stuff. So now you will stay here. He's not getting deported. So people think at the end of the day he's crying about getting deported. No, he's not getting deported. Jamie's going to stay here until his time is up. Unfortunately, the stuff he's committed means he'll be here for a very long time. He will spend the rest of his life in the prison system. That's where he's going. He has no opportunity for parole or anything whatsoever. The judge sees as half the stuff that he's done at the, like I said, the half of the stuff he's seen, it's freaking crazy. Even the lawyers we showed this stuff to was freaking dumbfounded. They thought maybe he had some mental illness at the end of the day. So, no, he had a mental illness. He just thinks he's got to get out of jail free card and spend the rest of your life in prison. All right, man. Let's face about it. I'm not wasting more time on this. I got demonstrations to do. I got to be outside running around with 50 lumens out in the sun. Hopefully we got sun today. We got sun today. Yeah, because when I come in here, it's dark. I don't know what we're going to get. One day I came here dark, and it was sunny. One day I came in here, it looked like we had a little sun popping up, and turned around, and it was freaking raining. I was like, okay, this has changed. So I was changed up here frantically. 3 days in, we had nothing but cold, icy cold weather. Like 50s and 40s with freezing rain. Jeez. I mean, it's the Lord's weather at the end of the day. You got to look at it that way. It's his power at the end of the day. He does what he wants to do. But there's a lot. Let's get outside and play. All right, I got work to do. So, yeah, I told you before, lawyer up, man. You're going to need it badly. You're definitely going to need an attorney. So lawyer up, because we're coming for you. Once I get the rest of these documents all completed, and the last thing we got now with this business license nonsense, you touching my business license, and you trying to use that to make trouble for us. Yeah, I'm going to contact the local police department in your neck of the woods, and they need to stop by your place. Also, you need to reach out to that landlord too, because we definitely have to have a conversation with him. Definitely have a conversation with him. Because it's like we might have to sue the building. All right, gotta go, people, and God bless.